A few years back, I was made redundant from a fairly decent paying job in finance administration, around the time of the recession, and I started to panic. How was I going to support my family? Luckily, a good friend of mine told me there was a job going for the firm he worked with, in the warehouse of a big IT company. Cool, not ideal, but it will pay the bills, not what I'm used to, but hey, I certainly wasn't complaining. The job was getting harder to come by. Sure, the hours sucked and the pay wasn't amazing, but this was something to keep my feet on the ground until I could find something with a better wage. Now onto the hours. I worked the midnight shift. I would start work at 10 PM and finish at 6 AM. Absolute ball ache. My colleague who shared the same shifts was a complete hypochondriac, who always suffered with a back problem, knee issue, or generally feeling like shit. My diagnosis? Lazy bastarditis. And by God, this man was more sluggish than Jabba the Hutt. It was wintertime. Late November, early December. I'd been working at the warehouse for around 4 months, when I parked up for work and made my way towards the ghost town, deserted, as it always was at 9:45 PM. Most of the others who worked here started and finished at a reasonable time of 9 AM to 5:30 PM. I wasn't bitter or anything though. We had 2 part-time lads who worked from 5:30 PM until me and Gary, aka Jabba the Hutt, started at 10 PM. I looked at my watch. 5 to 10. No sign of Gary. I walked into the warehouse and started speaking to Joe, one of the part-timers. He told me the heating had been on all night because it's colder than most nights. Bear in mind though, this warehouse was an ice block regardless of the weather. One thing I should have mentioned previously is that this warehouse has a tragic history. Sometime back in the 40s, the building went up in smoke when one of the machines overheated, killing 20 people, and rumor had it that some of the spirits stayed back, tormented and disturbed. This story was always told by some clown who tried to scare the new guys though. To be perfectly honest, I was never a superstitious type, always skeptical. I had an answer for every question. You could call me a firm non-believer. Bullshit, bollocks, nonsense. Sure, I'd heard things around the building. Doors creaking, windows slamming, even machines turning themselves on. Well, to be fair, doors creaking and windows slamming. That's just the wind, of course. And machines turning themselves on? It's gotta be something to do with the wiring. Never spooked. Never really nervous working late with just another bloke. It got to 10:05 when Gary showed up for work. He was my superior, so I couldn't say anything to him. But I was freezing my nuts off at this point, as I couldn't start any work because of health and safety regulations stating people can't work alone. There always has to be someone else working. Gary delegated my work for the evening. I was to be on the west of the warehouse, and he was going to be working on the east. Typical Jabba, always picking the easy side. Well, I say easy. What I mean is the side closest to the entrance so he can have a quick smoke without me knowing. Within an hour I was hard at work, packing boxes, shifting them, and placing them as neatly as possible on the ceiling high racking using a cherry picker. At the top of the cherry picker, I was just about to place a particularly heavy box on the rack when I felt a jolt, and the cherry picker slowly letting me down. Strange. I thought again, passing it off as electrical. I left the box next to the picker and continued with my work. I felt Gary tap my shoulder as I was leaning over wrapping up a box. 2 seconds, Gar, I squealed. As I was biting some tape off, then his hand grabbed my shoulder and shook me. 2 seconds, mate, I said. But the next second I heard Gary start whistling Elton John's Your Song from the east of the warehouse. He wasn't behind me at all. A freezing cold shiver slid down my spine. As I spun to see who had tapped me, no one. Gar, I yelled. Yes, mate, he replied in the distance. You been over here at all? I shouted nervously. About 45 minutes ago, bud, but not as far as you though. So now I start feeling very uneasy and the slams and occurrences come more often than I'd ever previously noticed. Certain spots had rushes of freezing cold air, and I was starting to feel very uncomfortable. I went for a smoke at midnight, and had started to feel better, telling myself it was all in my head and laughing it off. Cool, I'm cool, calm and collective. Let's do it. I headed back inside to continue stacking the boxes on the racks. I built up a pretty nice collection of boxes down below, so this time I grabbed the remote for the picker to hoist myself and the boxes up, rather than rely on it being automatic, in case it decided to lower me again. I stacked 2 boxes as per the limit and took them up to the highest point of the warehouse, 28 feet, and I was slightly afraid of heights, one of my only fears. The last thing I remember about the night was the sheer force I felt, winding me, knocking my breath away, and sending me something that pushed me with one hell of a force into my stomach and sent me flying 28 feet off the cherry picker. I woke up in hospital. I was told I was lucky. I landed on some boxes I had assembled earlier in the night which broke my fall, and my leg, and completely knocked me unconscious. I have no idea what it was that sent me flying from the picker, or that grabbed and shook me. I couldn't explain it. I do know whatever it wasn't natural, and it certainly wasn't friendly. I quit my job shortly after going on sick leave for my broken leg, and again, found a job relatively quickly. Whatever was in the warehouse with us that night wanted me dead.